Let's now head to Enugu State, where a student believed to be on clinical posting from Ezi International College of Nursing is now suspended after she shared a viral video about Uwani General Hospital in the state. Now, in the video first posted last week, she highlights its lack of electricity, water, and poor infrastructure. And the clip where she calls all of this out was first posted last week. Let's take a look.
And I can't believe in a hospital like this, there's no water, there's no light. Everywhere is littered, there's no cleaner to clean the place. Like, I'm talking about mosquitoes. The mosquitoes that are here, massive mosquitoes, and it's not good. I don't know what the government are doing about it. They are building
no.
Please, there is a woman in labor, like currently in labor, and there's no light. And there is no light. Like, so what if there's complication? What do we do? Or I get her incubator. I don't understand. It's very poor of a general hospital.
No oxygen.
Like there's no oxygen. There's no light to even give birth to a child.
Meanwhile, hours after that revelation of her suspension, a lengthy 1-hour audio clip of Ezugu's interaction with her school administrator, Ifeinwa Peace Okuro, that led to her suspension was posted on X on Thursday evening. At one point in the clip, the student even reveals that one of the state governor, Peter Mba's special assistants on media, reached out to her to take the video down. Let's take a look.
Then one other man texted me saying that it's the PA media to Peter Mba. He now said, please, I want to get the complaint and tell me everything that happened. I said, okay. So he called me too and was telling me to take the video down. Then once I take the video down, that I should test him on WhatsApp. I should private test him on WhatsApp. And I said, okay, no problem. I stopped answering him. I was not talking to him again.
Did you take the video down?
I did not.
So upon they are telling you to take the video down.
Ma, the video has gone viral when they told me.
They were telling you to take it down. Yes. Are you getting what you're saying? People in government is telling her to take it down. Did you hear me? I said, let's take it down now. Come whenever you come. Bring it down.
Now, Rufai, we have yet to see an official response from the state government or even from the hospital itself, but in a follow-up post on X, Alex Anya, who posted this audio clip and has been in touch with Joy, he put out a tweet and he said, I just got further disturbing information about this mortuary called a hospital. They don't have oxygen, no fetal monitoring machine for babies, no water, no fuel for cesarean sections. The mortality rate is so high. So many babies and mothers have perished in this hospital.
You can see why Nigeria doesn't grow, and the country has become a joke. You see, when I talk, people think I'm just doing songs of lamentation. If the state government is sensible, they ought to be applauding this woman and thanking her for helping them do the job of government, to be able to investigate the state of general hospitals. But you see what happens in Nigeria? Nigeria is a country where a group of oppressed people oppress other people, like Frank Fanon says. You see the stupidity of that woman bullying a girl for revealing the destructive situation of a hospital. So you can see that woman bullying her, she's so accustomed to the rubbish that goes on in the ecosystem. And then you are suspending the girl. All of them, especially that woman, I don't know what her voice is, who she is by her voice. All of them should be shown in the public for the big shame they constitute to this country. They should fish out that government PA and verify if it's true. Why should she take it down? You see, that's why some people will never like social media. Because if it was traditional media, if the journalist came to tell the story, they will bribe the journalist not to publish the story, and the story will not see light of day. We know some people that they were masters in killing stories. They will say traditional media, they are the denier of media, they are the czars of the newsroom. The newsroom, no democracy in the newsroom. No democracy in the newsroom. That's how they killed many stories that could have made Nigeria better. No democracy in the newsroom is evil. Money we exchange and they kill stories. But you can see social media has revealed everything. And so when you were telling the lady, put it down, it's already gone viral. please, the Enugu state government should shamefully go and ensure that everything in the hospital is fixed, and they should stop oppressing that girl. That's why Nigeria doesn't move forward. It's pure and simple. Nobody wants to take responsibility. In a hospital where people are dying, if the government was active, by today, are they not supposed to be giving us a report of what is happening in the hospital? Is it somebody in the hospital that is supposed to be revealing their secret? Where is the exit impact assessment of every procedure done in the hospital? Where is a detailed report? If we're actually tabulating all of this, a detailed medical record ecosystem, by now we should know that the hospital does not have A, B, or C. And look at it, big signboard, Hospital State Management Board, foul.
Are you saying that the Commissioner of Health in Enugu State is not aware that?
No, they will never be aware. In fact, they will say,
he said they don't have fuel to conduct.
And when they say it now, they will say it's the work of the opposition. By today, Ayo, it's a shame on the Enugu state government that they don't even have a proper mapping of the needs of what is doing in there. So is it by going to APC? Has it changed anything?
By the way, I hope this is, in terms of broader conversation, I'm hoping that this would be an opportunity for us to, x-ray what's really going on at general hospitals across the country.
Absolutely.
I say this because Enugu is in the news today, but it's not just Enugu State.
Yes, it's all over.
In fact, this hospital might be maybe class B. If you're looking at general hospitals, if you want to talk about the north, you want to talk about the middle belt, that are not properly equipped. And then it also brings to the question government allocation in terms of budgetary allocation to healthcare every single year. What happens to that? Let's look closely at that, because if a hospital cannot provide what should be basic amenities in any hospital or in the country, then we should ask big questions. And this is Enugu that has been given pass marks in a number of areas. The governor has been praised for his use of technology in fighting insecurity. We've looked at infrastructural development in Enugu State. So imagine if this is happening in the state, what is happening in the other states? And so we need. It's not a new thing that Nigeria's healthcare sector is in a deplorable condition. We know that Nigeria has the highest mortality rate, maternal mortality rate in the world. And when you see hospitals like this, you can understand why people are dying needlessly from insecurity and insurgency, and people are dying needlessly because of a lack of hospital infrastructure across the country. And so we should ask the subnationals questions as well. It's not just the federal. And then local governments as well for primary health centers. Some of the conversations that we need to have if we're going to build a nation.
Absolutely.
Well, it is indeed correct to say that what happened in this hospital, Uwani Health Center, you called it, is a metaphor for the condition of hospitals in many parts of Nigeria, just as it is a metaphor of neglect with regard to many public institutions, be they schools or hospitals. The second indicative point is that this is an example of citizen journalism. The lady Joy Eziugo was reporting the situation in that health center, and then pointing out the irony that in fact in the neighborhood, private homes in the neighborhood of within the vicinity of that hospital had light, but the hospice is the original word. It's meant to save people. When a hospital becomes a place of potential death, that in itself is a contradiction in terms of the provisions of Chapter 2 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, again, we can salute the courage of the lady. She was not alone, though. There were 3 others, because there were about 4 voices in the background, all of them reporting the deplorable condition of that hospital. When Mrs. Ifeanyiwa Okudo, I think that's the name, was trying to force her to remove the video that has gone viral, she was adamant. And she also went ahead to record her, which is the audio that you played. So there's some defiance on her part, some courage on her part. The only caveat here is that the Nigerian law does not allow you to record private conversations surreptitiously and then go and publish same without the consent of the other person. So says clearly the Cybercrime Prohibition and Prevention Act of 2015. So in that regard, out of the enthusiasm to tell the truth, we should also point it out that you cannot go and record people and just unilaterally put it out there. However, on suspension, if anybody should be suspended, it is that Mrs. Okudo, Ifeanyiwa Okudo. Is she a mother herself? Because the issue here is about a pregnant woman in distress because the hospital has no light. And then she is more interested in supporting the state government and saying, they told you to bring down the video and you refused? Government spoke to you? So the sycophancy, the sense of slavish, submission that you find at many levels. Some people have turned themselves into slaves of authority. And she was extending that authority and power to this lady who was courageous enough to stand up to her. It is Mrs. Okudo that should be suspended.
Yes.
And she should be called out for a sycophancy and for a lack of understanding and for making an attempt to intimidate a young lady who was insisting on the truth. There are many Mrs. Okudos in this country.
Yeah.
And when they are exposed like this, they should be called out and also face consequences. However, the conversation should not be about the lady Ezeugo pulling down the viral video. It is about the government of Enugu State, which, as Ayo said, has been praised for restoration, for renewal, for infrastructure, to come back to us, to take an interest in this matter. Let us hear that in about 3 months' time, that this particular hospital has been transformed and that the government of Enugu State has listened to this matter that has been exposed. Because in due course, some people will on their own go back to that hospital and follow up. Because after all, government is there to serve the people and to ensure their welfare and safety.
All such good points, especially that point from you, Dr. Abati, about this not even technically being legal to record someone, even though a lot of people online are glad that that video or that audio clip was released.